What's up, guys? Rick from DFS On Demand here with the first ever Showdown preview on this YouTube channel. It's going to be for this week's Safeway Open, and let me try to describe to you what my plans are moving forward. A lot of you may know I've been working hard on Showdown tools over the off season for the PGA Tour and up through the last couple of weeks, and I've been beta testing them, and they've been on the website with some of my subscribers in the Slack channel. I'm now ready to kind of roll them out more and more. I'm improving them every single week, and I'm ready to add the content to support it. So here's my goal. All of this is still in beta and flexible, but here's what I'm looking for. Every week, I'll release a round one Showdown preview here on YouTube. That is a brand new video series. I will also record a round two Showdown video Thursday evening and release that on my website, which you'll have to be a subscriber for. And then I will record on Friday evenings a weekend slate preview, which will also be on DFS On Demand as part of the membership. So my goal is kind of twofold. You'll get more content here on YouTube. One way or another, you'll always get the first round stuff. You can use it for first round leaders, first round showdown. And then if you are a subscriber to the site, you'll get additional content, additional videos, but the tools will be there for every single round. I'm just going to support it with a little bit more content. So that is the current schedule. I will do my best to stick to that. Obviously, when they go to Hawaii, times are going to be different. When they're on the East Coast, times are going to be different since I'm on the West Coast. So we will figure this out, but that is my goal and kind of my promise to you guys. Add more content basically everywhere. And that's about it. So I will go through the first round showdown information with you. And these tools are still very much in beta, and I'm working through them. But I'm going to show you some of the factors that I'm looking for this week in Showdown. Let's get to it. All right, so this is a little bit of a look at what the Showdown cheat sheet looks like during a tournament. So you can go through and you can click different rounds, and you can see, because it is based on live in-round data, there's much more to work with, obviously, in rounds 2, 3, and 4, because we have previous rounds to go off of. So I will link the tutorial to this tool up above so you can see how it works. But I've been working on something specific for round one. And again, this is still very much, I need to make it look pretty, and I'll publish this shortly before this video even goes out. But I just want to kind of go through the process of what we might be looking for here. And I've got, round one or late round one, depending on what you're playing in, and a couple of factors that I think are going to be important for this week and other weeks. First off, I probably want to start looking at weather, which I'll integrate into this tool as well. But for right now, I'm just going to go to Weather Underground, which is just a tool that I really like, and we can talk about how it might impact the field this week. So what I like about Weather Underground is, I just have Napa plugged in here for this week, and it does the hour by hour over the course of 10 days. And they have, the temperature, the overall chance of precipitation on here. They've got humidity, stuff like that. But then they also have the projected wind speeds over the course of the week. So it looks pretty clean. At most, there is a 20% chance of rain, or I guess 31% chance of rain Friday morning. We'll keep an eye on that. Probably not something that threatens too much here. It looks like it's going to be cloudy on Friday. Not really concerned about how that is going to impact golfers out on the course. The thing that I do believe could impact golfers is down here with the wind speeds. So if we just kind of scroll through this, you'll see Thursday morning. So I'm at 7 a.m., which is when the first tee times go off. Winds are basically non-existent. We're talking 4 or 5% as we go through here. But when you start to get to really 12 o'clock, which is when that second wave is going to start to go off, it's that PM wave. The winds are going to, look to be about 13, then they're going to go up to 14, maybe even 18 miles an hour. And when you get over 10, 15 miles an hour, that does start to impact the golf ball quite significantly. So you either want to find golfers who are well versed in windy conditions, or kind of avoid golfers that might have to play in these conditions. And if you look at it, it doesn't really get much better. So if you look at Friday, Friday morning, here's 7 a.m. Friday morning, all the way through the afternoon. This is 4 p.m. Basically, everything is kind of in that 10 to 14 mile an hour range. So it doesn't look like there's a discernible advantage on Friday for either one of the waves, but Thursday afternoon, based on wind, looks to be an issue. That, you know, if certainly it's not all players are going to be affected by it, and there could be gusts and all that stuff. But if I want to lean on, especially for round one and especially for first round leaders, getting golfers who are not playing in the windy conditions and in theory going out early on Thursday morning where the course is usually softer, you can usually fire at pins a little bit more. A larger percentage of first round leaders do come from the AM wave. So, you know, as it makes sense if you've played golf in the morning, right? I mean, these guys can usually go low before it dries out, before the greens get even faster. So I would probably be targeting, especially in round one, a lot of those AM, PM type players. Which if you go back to this cheat sheet and look at the tee times, I'm just going to sort by tee time and look at some of the guys who are going off early here. What I've also added in for now, and I'll expand on this, is scoring averages and each player's rank for 3 different categories. The first one is their overall just round one scoring. You'll see that there are guys who score better in round one. Jordan Spieth was the perfect example of this last year. His round one and round two scoring was exquisite. His round 3 and 4 scoring was some of the worst on the PGA Tour. Matt Kuchar always seems to find himself up near the top of round one scoring, and then he gets progressively worse actually as the year goes on, or as the week goes on, excuse me. Keegan Bradley, of course, kind of similar, always kind of jumps out to a fast start. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. And then I've also broken it down by early and late. So these are actually official PGA stats that they keep depending on what wave you're in. So I've got early round one and I've got late round one, which I will warn you is very specific. Some of these guys for and this is 2019 because we don't even have enough sample size for this year. Some of these guys have never played a round or a late round one. So I will warn you, like some of these guys have seven early round one rounds. Most of them have more than that. It's usually like 7 to 15 they have, but I will warn you, this can be a little noisy. We could also just look at their early and late scoring, not necessarily round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, but for now, that's what we're going to look at. So that's what we're going through. So I'm just going to kind of browse through some of these and see what stands out to me. Benny On, who obviously loved tee to green, he's going off like first tee time Thursday morning. He's $9,300 in round 1 showdown. Has not really played well in round ones this in 2019. Ranks 111th in scoring average, and even worse with early tee times. Maybe he doesn't like waking up early. He's 153rd in early scoring on round ones, and he is 67th in late round scoring. So Benny On, maybe we take a look at him in round 2 because he's going to get that late tee time after going out 7 a.m. Thursday morning. Maybe he's someone that we target for round 2, but not someone that I could probably endorse just based on these numbers, right? There's a lot of other factors. I love Ben On in general, but we're kind of looking for some of these differences here. Martin Laird does jump out as one of these guys who, seemingly appears to love going out early. So he's right here. He's also going out in the first tee time, 7 a.m. And he is, he ranks 43rd in round 1 scoring. And that's 43rd. It's not in this field. It's on the PGA Tour. So it's a little bit better in this field, obviously. And his early round 1 tee times, he ranks 6th. And he ranks 145th late first round. So he appears to be the type of guy that loves to get out early on a Thursday and post a low score because it's something that he's done quite a bit. So that's someone that I would kind of check off and be like, okay, that's pretty interesting. And as we continue to scroll through here, you'll see, here's Ches Reavie, a guy who seemingly would fit the course here at Silverado really, really well. $8,900 going off at 740, ranks 4th on the PGA Tour in round 1 scoring average. Now, here's the funny thing. He's actually the number 1 guy in late round 1 scoring. He's not nearly as good early, but hey, still plays well in round 1. He's a fast starter. He's someone that I might be interested in. I wish we could have gotten him late based on these numbers alone, but it's really interesting to see that breakdown. I think he's a guy that you could target here. And let's continue to scroll through these. Hideki's kind of in a similar boat as Reavie. Fast starter would prefer him in the afternoon, but I don't think it's killer to go get him in the morning. Again, small sample sizes. Sung Jae continues to back up his good play and do it in the first round. He's 9,500. So those are just a few names. I wouldn't live and die by the early, the early round one, the late round one, but if you're just looking for a couple of different guys who you may not have considered to throw into your lineups, these might be some guys to do it, and I'll continue to expand on this tool as we go along. All right, so that's just a taste of where we're going to go this season for round one showdown here on YouTube. Round two will be on DFS on demand. I'll post that for subscribers. We might even go live with that, depending on how this, as the season goes along, this is probably going to change a little bit. But let me know what you think about this round one tool and this video. I'm going to expand on the tool. If there's other factors you want to see, so I'm going to go get weather. I'm going to go get their showdown information. I'll continue to build this out, as you know that I will. This will evolve 15 times probably within the next 7 days before I see you again here. But let me know what you think about that, and if you're excited to play Showdown, because I'm excited to get more into Showdown this year. Tweet me. It is at RickRunGood, or leave a comment below. I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck.